got this bitch with me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team. And who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. I got this grease on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Eagles trotting back out there. You had their game last week against Carolina. What a disappointing loss for Philly to drop them to 3-4. What happened? They were up 17 points.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? And the problem for them, besides blowing the lead, which we'll get to.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Kansas City sitting at 6-1, and they got to 6-1 in very convincing fashion with that 35-point win over the then 4-2 Bengals, a team that they'd lost 4 straight to going into that Sunday night affair. But Kansas City's rolling. This is a potential Super Bowl team, right?
It certainly is, and this team went 5-0 last year, then lost 6 of their next 7. I don't think that...
He's got a man complete, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 38 yards, and the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is right through. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Flushed out right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. D. Ford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 93 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for those encounters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On target over the middle to Hill. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Left. Ready. Green, 90.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Now Sproles. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with a Johnny. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, 35 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Lion.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Ace.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Mahomes takes it himself, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Jay's going to go. 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is a giant. And a short gain here down to the 22. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's 5-7. Black, come on. Run. Great.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Here's a giant. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come out here in the eye. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. Ajayi's gonna go. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ajayi, 73 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink.
Ertz has it left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, we got a second here. Let's take a peek around the league. What's coming up week 8? A couple big games as we near the halfway point of the season, Charles. I'm mainly looking at Philly and Jacksonville and London, and then New Orleans and Minnesota. That should be interesting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Philly and Jacksonville, both teams struggling right now. The Eagles have already lost 4 games. They lost 3 all of last season. Both of those teams need a win in a big way. New Orleans at Minnesota, the Saints are on a heck of a roll right now. They've won 5 in a row. But the Vikings quietly have won 3 straight and seem to be getting their footing on defense again. And how about Green?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Bannon getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes going to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 59 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He was looking for Watkins that time. But Charles, pretty big piece of news around the NFL on Monday the 22nd. Dallas Cowboys all to talk about them needing a big-time target out wide. They went and got Amari Cooper.
The speculation was there. The discussion was there. But then late Monday, as you noted, it became real. The Cowboys decided they needed a WR1 and went to Oakland and got Amari Cooper and gave up their #1 draft pick for 2019 in return.
What do you think of the fit there?
I think the fit is excellent. Dallas screaming for a wide receiver who can attract attention, stretch the field, and make big plays over the top. He can do all of that. He should help his quarterback, Dak Prescott, become an even better player.
He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled.
And he's going to go down again. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
82.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Mills. We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
And this is caught by Watkins for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And oh, it's blocked. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Wins to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. 3rd and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, and a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Wentz to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
in the mirror, how could you face that? Don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yeah, Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our offend you.
I sound it.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21. One-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
On any given pass, but you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this,
and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there. Jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Harris. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to float this over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 40 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And out come the Chiefs now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Back out there come the Houston Texans, the AFC South leading Houston Texans, by the way. They are in first place, and they'll be home Week 8 against Miami. Charles, that's a chance for them to get to 5-3.
How about that? And remember, they started the season 0-3, and in the midst of that losing streak, their quarterback Deshaun Watson told everyone, if you're doubting us now, don't jump on the bandwagon later this season. And guess what? That bandwagon better be ready, because if it has some extra shocks to it, everyone hopping on now in the midst of this winning streak. Deshaun Watson still gets hit way too often, but they found a way to win 4 in a row, and now are in first place in the AFC South.
On second down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's look back to some of those crazy finishes in Week 7 of the NFL last week. I mean, it seemed like every game had a wild finish.
It certainly did. Dallas, Washington, Brett Maher off the upright from 52 yards following a questionable penalty against his long snapper that moved the ball back 5 yards. How about Cleveland, Tampa Bay? Cleveland claws his way back in, and then Tampa Bay wins the ball game with Chandler Catanzaro kicking the big field goal from 59 yards in overtime. Remember, he missed a 40-yarder in regulation. Justin Tucker missed an extra point. That's the headlines in and of itself. His first miss in the NFL, and New Orleans gets away with a victory.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 59 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, it put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Back to throw, Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Setting up the screen for Miller. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the air yet again, Watson being chased out left. And it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And down inside. Inside the 15 he goes. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completion left side to Miller. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Flush to his right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Third and long, it's Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for, and take it. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mahomes takes it himself, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, CD taking a peek at some of the injuries from around the league in Week 7. We did have a few. Quan Alexander on that Bucs defense went down with an injury. They'll be monitoring Sony Michel in New England. Now, remember, they already lost Jeremy Hill, Rex Burkhead out of that backfield, so a couple injuries to note.
Certainly, and Quan Alexander in the middle of the Tampa Bay defense, which was already struggling. They may not get him back the rest of the season. Sony Michel, they're hoping to get him back after a few weeks. Albert Wilson in Miami has made big plays all season long, has a hip injury. That could cost him some serious time, if not the season. LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon, they're hoping to get them back in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, interesting that they won without Melvin Gordon last. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
Ace! Ace! Z! 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 Z!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Ace! Ace!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Mahomes now to throw. Pass incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Single, single. Mike by 5, Mike by 5, Mike by 5. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Mahomes. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Mahomes again. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Richmond!
Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. Eluding the pressure right. A deep ball for Ellington. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ace! Here we go now. Green.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of... And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sam.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. D. Ford in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Come back, come back.
To throw on second is Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Watson now to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Come back, come back.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection.
He's got a man complete. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing now, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.